Hey everyone. I've had a few people ask me about the same topic recently, which is aging. It's such a good topic, this one. Yeah, they have all been women, and the questions have all been around how can I stop this thought that I'm either, well, how can I stop comparing myself unfavorably to younger women, or how can I stop comparing myself unfavorably to a younger version of myself? Hmm. I can't. The I in that question can't do anything because the I in that question exists in that moment of a thought. I'm not as beautiful as them. I've got these things wrong with me. I look so much better when I was little, or not little, younger. That's where the I exists. It exists as an apparent object in that comparison. And this is really cool to see because it's the same for everything. It doesn't matter whether we're talking about aging or success or money or career or who's the best parent. It doesn't matter. It's the I in that moment of comparison seems to exist as a fixed objective thing. And the object of comparison is also a fixed objective thing. So it looks true. It looks like the way this me is being perceived right now is true. And the way, and the other thing that's being, the, that I'm comparing myself to is another fixed objective true thing. And so the mind is spinning around with these two apparently fixed objective things, which aren't. So already the mind is insane. And now we're going to add in a further insanity that will say, how can I stop doing that? Oh, no wonder. Sometimes I wonder how we even make it out the door in the day with the mind just going so nuts with these things. Yeah. So that's good to know. Whenever comparison is going on, whether it's a previous version of ourselves, a future version, another person, it's insane. It's literally insane because it's comparing two things that don't exist. There's no answer. There's no answer in that confusion, and it really looks like there is, but there's not. So that's the first thing. The second thing as well, I think, which is really interesting, really cool, is not just the acknowledgement that the whole belief system around aging is a conditioned idea. So we've got, let's start there. Every single belief about what's attractive, what I should look like, what's wrong, what turns people off, what men want, what women want. It's entirely a conditioned, learned program, and like richly furnished program. Really, let's say that, of the billions and billions of pounds invested into establishing that program. So that's the first place to start. Is it can't be any other way, that program. And all it is a system of beliefs. There's not one truthful element in it, no matter how certain it looks, because there'll be evidence all around the place of the truth of it. But it, all that's going on is the mind collecting its own evidence to reinforce the belief system. It works that way round. It's a learned system. So that's brilliant to start to see the transparency of that. But then the second really cool thing is is to see how deeply that judgment, how embedded that judgment is, that it turns into like automatic judgment of other people. It becomes so internalized. We become our own propagator of that conditioning. So a newsreader comes on the news, and we instantly checklist of wrinkles, grey hair, chin, neck, boobs, shoulders, like check, 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 check. How is how like judge. The newsreader, the actress, our best friend, our mum. We're our own internalized propagator of that conditioning. So no wonder the whole thing looks so real, because we're 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 doing it ourselves automatically. And so no wonder we can't drop the thinking, because it's a totally embedded way of seeing the world. The lenses are thick, aren't they? They're dense. So when there's questions like, someone said to me, I'm dreading becoming 50. Um, people people don't notice you when you're 50. 50-year-old women are invisible in society. They're not respected. There's no place for them. There's that at that level. So we're sort of judging the societal conditioning, but then our own behavior, our own behavior is looking out, despising people who are looking old, ignoring people, putting all the attention on these young things, we're our own system. It's mad, isn't it? And it's so brilliant to see. It's so brilliant, because we can't, anything we complain about, really, we're doing ourselves. It's only noticed in a way because it's what we're doing. It's our own behavior that is being picked up on. And that's why change begins here. So there's zero point in lobbying magazines to put older women on the cover when our own internalized system is judging and ignoring and filtering and directing attention in exactly the same way. It has to start here first. Notice it over and over and over again. Notice how those lenses are in operation here. Clear that up first, and then really then we've got some hope of changing the world. Because until then, the magazines, the comments, the stuff we read is only a mirror. It's only a mirror of our own behavior, our own conditioned behavior. So cool. So what becomes of aging in that then? Aging becomes a means through which conditioning is made transparent, through which beliefs are brought up to the surface and really looked at, through which behavior is seen and acknowledged. Like that criticism, like such, these actresses that having all the plastic surgery, I would never do that. But then there is behavior here for sure, creams and dyes and stuff to look younger. Same thing. And this line that we draw of what's okay, what's not okay, it's totally arbitrary and totally movable according to how I can make myself look okay, look um, how I can justify my behavior. But it's an arbitrary line, isn't it? And so aging as a topic is not the societal debate that the mind would have. It's actually a means through which conditioning here is becomes available, becomes something that is honored and owned and considered, and so the whole thing starts to align. Start the it's the truth. The truth starts to become more important than the deflection and the image and the resistance. Yeah, yeah, it's a good topic. Thank you. Bye.